I want to talk to you about, in this blog, equipment. Now, we use what's called the E-Slate. This is from Hart InterCivic. And the E-Slate booths are sent out to the poll sites, and they're set up by the poll workers, and people then vote on those E-Slate booths on election day. And so what we want to focus on is how we, store this equipment, and then also how we assign it to go out to the poll site.
Okay.
So maybe you can talk about, this is a caddy that holds 8 of these units.
Correct.
And maybe you can kind of show folks how they pull out of here. We'll get out of the way. We don't have to pull it all the way up.
Right.
They store like this, and so the caddy is delivered to the poll site, and the poll workers pull them out and set them up. What's important about this piece of paper here, because we assign it to a poll site?
That's right. This is assigned to poll site 536.
Okay.
So
well, and the advantage is, too, the fact that each of these has a barcode and they're scanned to that poll site.
they are. We go through and we scan each one of these to this particular barcode here. So all these are attached to this site, and it'll go back to that site again and again and again.
Now, you and I know why that's important, but let's tell everybody else that's viewing why it's important that we do that.
According to the Secretary of State, we're required to send the same equipment to the same site every election. So that's why we have to keep track, and that's why it's labeled this way, and we go through a very methodical process keeping it that way.
It's actually quite a machine that operates, because we have almost 10,000 of these pieces of equipment.
Right, 10,000 of them keep track of. So it's
we
a major job, but we do it.
Right, exactly. And we have to keep track of every single piece. So we're going to keep walking down here, and you'll see that now these caddies are stored with 8 voting booths apiece. Some poll sites have perhaps 6 E-Slates that go, maybe 8. But in this case, you see that there's some poll sites that are already set up for 12.
Right, and for storage purposes, we stacked them on top. This wouldn't go out this way, obviously.
Right.
We would take it and put these 4 in an empty caddy when we distribute that, and then it would get the same number, this 280, on that caddy as well.
Right, good point. Now, there's going to be some voting sites that have 16 of these E-Slates, because we're preparing for lines that we think will be forming in November and making sure we have enough equipment out there to be able to vote on. So look for future blogs that will talk a little bit more about these E-Slate booths. Thank you.